Normal go. Whatever that means. What's going on, everyone? I'm Chris Baker.
And I'm Ty Backer.
Welcome to episode 152 of Behind the Toolbelt with TC Backer Construction. Oh, got him.
YouTube. Have you ever been on YouTube before?
Windows, gutter, solar. Roofing, siding, windows, gutter, solar. TC Backer, TC Backer.
Behind the Tool Belt is sponsored by Lead Scout. Find out more at leadscoutapp.com.
TC Backer, TC Backer.
TC Backer family. We are here today, a very, very special day.
Very special day.
It is Thanksgiving Eve. It is Wednesday, and it is the third annual 21 Turkey Salute,
Yes,
brought
it
to you
is.
by TC Backer Construction and this man right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hosted by.
Hosted by. I was going to
Yes.
say, you guys do all the hard work. We just get blessed by having you here with us and providing this amazing meal to the community. And
We're blessed.
Yeah,
We're
just
blessed.
bringing everybody together.
And one of the reasons why we wanted you on the show like you were last year is because, first and foremost, you don't get enough credit. At least I feel like you don't get enough credit for allowing us and co-signing our crap,
Yes.
doing this event for the community, because we scoured the city 3 years ago to find a facility that would allow us to hold this event, and like without hesitation you were like, yes, let's do it.
And that just blows my mind. I can't even imagine saying no to something like this. This is just it's who we are as a congregation, as a church. We recognize there's so many opportunities when you partner with people to do so much more. We can do a lot on our own, but when you partner with other organizations and like-minded people, and people want to be part of the community and build people up, there's just so much more we're able to do.
Guys, look at what this
Absolutely.
turned into, man.
I know, it's amazing.
3 years, like all this stuff that's going on here, all the people that we're feeding, all the TC Backer sweatshirts everywhere, all the people that we had, so many people that wanted to help today. We had to have people just kind of standing around, man, because like everyone wants to be a part of this and help. We had kids that came down from a group home. We had a lot of people from Members First. I believe Members First sent 10 people down to help out.
York Builders Association.
It's great. It's great.
Melissa.
Customers were here.
Yeah. It was great. I don't know exactly what the head count was of meals that we served. We'll find that out later today. It was has been a success. We're looking forward to doing it again. I think Joel wants to do it on the East End and the West End next year. So we'll have to get together and actually hold like a little meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, right? Plan it for once.
Yeah, we'll actually have a plan to pull that off next year. And with the volunteers, I think it's definitely doable.
It's easily doable. And there'll be an opportunity to get more people involved with it that want to be. Like you said, we get phone calls all the time. How can we be part of this? How can we help? Can we conserve? And it's like, well, no, actually. Yeah. Like, sorry. We have other things you can come for and be part of, and a lot of the other stuff that we need volunteers and people to come out. But yeah, I mean, you guys show up. You bring your families, you bring partners, and you really get this done. And like I said, as a congregation, we took over a congregation that had closed or was closing, and we kind of merged. They merged into us. We adopted them in a sense, and we have a building now at 700 East Market Street that we're in the process of fixing up and getting ready and getting different partners and organizations and programs rolling there. And they got a nice big parking lot, and
Nice.
so we can cover the East Market, we can cover West Market, and I know you guys have always kind of dreamt about expanding as much as you can. So
Yes,
absolutely,
I think it's an
exactly.
opportunity for more people to partner, more places to contribute, kick in, and start covering the whole city with this.
Now, how is that going to work? Because I often wondered that, because we've known of this other facility that you're taking over. So what does that mean exactly? Like, are you going to be at both places performing what it is that you do here, or is there going to be a counterpart of yours that's going to take over that congregation down there?
Yeah, we have a lot right now. It's a lot of vision. It's a lot of kind of waiting and seeing. We like I said, the organization, the congregation that was there, kind of was at the point of needing to close and figure out what they were doing in the future, and we were able to kind of step in and say, we can do on that side of town a lot of the same stuff that we do over here. And a big part of my ministry, I've been here for 8 years, which is wild to think about, but was really starting to get around the neighborhood, get around the community, meet people, figure out what's already happening. We don't want to duplicate anything. And how can what we do enhance what other people are doing, or maybe fill some gaps of stuff that's not being done. And so that process is going to, we already have some partners on the east end of town. They're excited for us to come over. We're excited to be working with them. We have in that building already Head Start has some classrooms in there, so preschool kids.
That's awesome, man.
Lincoln Intermediate Unit has an office. I think it's for speech therapy. We're fixing up our fellowship hall, the auditorium. We're fixing up some of the other spaces so that we can start allowing more community groups to be in there. And one of the things that we do here is, it's expensive to rent a hall for a birthday or something like that, and so what we charge, in a sense, is much less than what you would pay anywhere else. Because we recognize that's part of being in the community, is allow people to have their kid's birthday party or have a place they can hold an event. And obviously we need to help pay the bills and all the stuff that goes into it. So we ask for a donation and a little bit, but it's still much cheaper. And so, there's people on the East End that need those locations. So we'll be able to offer stuff over there. And then eventually down the road, we're in the process of kind of looking for a campus pastor, someone who's going to really put their focus over on that side of town. I'll still be the lead pastor of the kind of overall organization, but someone who can really put that time and energy into that side of town, build those relationships, meet the people, and see where we can grow and expand.
You got big shoes to fill, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I watch you interact with these people out here, man, and number one, I'm glad that you chose us. I mean, it was kind of like a mutual choosing here. Because Ty, we talk about it all the time. The first year that we really started getting involved in the community, it was like we wanted to pick all these different things to do, and we weren't really making an impact. We finally decided, look, we're going to focus on this guy because this guy, he's got what we're looking for. He's genuine, dude.
So many people, and how can we help with that?
Right.
So I want people to also know everything that you do in this church. Give us from even the smallest thing to the biggest thing that you guys do, because you cover a lot of ground in this building here. So let everyone know what attracted us to you so much without me blowing your chest up.
You want me to just brag? Okay,
yes, I want you.
Brag for a little bit.
Yes.
I try not to do that all too often.
No, you're allowed, bro. You do a lot.
Yeah.
No, this is an amazing congregation. I mean, that's the first thing, right? You got to have the people here who want their building being used. There are congregations and organizations and businesses and nonprofits that don't want people in their space because they want to protect it, in a sense, in their head, in their minds. And for me coming in and for the people here, that's the exact opposite. This is supposed to be a neighborhood church. It was built to be a neighborhood church 160 years ago. I mean, it was. The congregation started in 1859, so I don't know if I did my math right, 150, whatever, 60 something. Yeah, wherever we are. They were built here because the city was starting to grow over here. And so the people who lived in this side of town wanted a church in their neighborhood. And a lot of congregations have lost that identity of being that neighborhood church. And that was a big thing when I came in, was we are going to be here and be the church for here, or otherwise there's really no point of, if everybody's driving in from other places, there's churches up there you can go to.
Exactly.
So we need to be a part of this community and this neighborhood. So, we have multiple Narcotics Anonymous groups that use a space downstairs, and we work with them and host things with them and support them the best we can. We have the Well Food Pantry. I just want to shout,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
the Well Food Pantry, in my opinion, is the best food pantry in York. They have everything from babies, food, formula, diapers, incontinence items, personal care items, lots of different types of food. It's a choice pantry. So when people come in, they'll say, all right, here's, you get, say, based off your family, you get 3 vegetable items. Pick the 3 you want, instead of some places where they just hand you a bag or a box, and then you walk around, you see all these cans just sitting around because people don't want that food. And so this way things aren't getting wasted. They got meat, milk, desserts. I mean, they got everything down there. So the Well is an amazing partner that we have here in the building, and you guys do a lot to support them as well. We've had pre-K classes in the past. We have a tutoring program we work with that's here. We work with the Movement organization. They have the Move program. We're looking to get that restarted come January. We have space for, one of the biggest things we do is we've really started to focus on homeless ministry, because it's a growing community, unfortunately, in our city, and it's extremely complicated. People really have no clue what goes on and why, all these people are out here. And so we work with Children's Aid Society and the Layman Center, and it's called York Cares, and they do a coffee spot in here 4 days a week. We open up for a few hours in the afternoon. People can come in. They got a P.O. box. They can get their mail delivered here. But you imagine you're homeless. You can't get your mail. You can't get to the resources, or you can't get the documents you want, or you can't apply for a job because you got nowhere to mail anything.
That's true.
We help people get their IDs or help them connect with other places that help with IDs. Friends and Neighbors Street Outreach is one of the best organizations in town as well. They're the ones boots on the ground. They're out walking, finding the people who are in camps and other things like that, making sure they can survive, providing them the stuff that they need when they're outside. They're here. They help connect with people. Bell Family Shelter, Bell here in York is here for mental health and stuff like that. People connect the resources through the YMCA and their veterans program. Any organization that wants to be here to help, provide resources and stuff, we bring them in.
It seems like you figure out a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
that's a big thing of what I do, honestly, is I connect people. Why duplicate when someone else is already doing it?
Right.
That's a great
Instead,
way to put it.
invest into what they are doing and enhance what they're doing.
Yeah.
And when we work together, like I said at the very beginning, we work together, we can do a whole lot more than we could on our own. And so that's a huge. We get 70 to 115 people every day when that opens up.
Oh, really?
This whole inside the auditorium is completely full of people. So I get to know a lot of the people there, of course. And, I try to get myself out and about as much as I can to meet the people and talk to the neighborhood and find out what's going on. We host a lot of events for a lot of organizations, neighborhood meetings, things like that. Of course, and then of course we have all of our, church type stuff, which is kind of silly to say because everything that we do, all of this is because of our faith.
Right.
I mean, this is
It's up on the camera.
this is all because of what we're doing,
Right.
and it's all part of our faith and our outreach. That we believe we're supposed to be welcoming everybody
Of course.
into all this and making sure they need. And look, see, I talk and the camera goes off, man. That's just
It's okay. Nope.
what's going on.
Your
We don't want to have dead space. So.
Nope. I believe your audio is
But,
still up there.
Yeah, we're still going. So we got a free clothing room. People can come in, get free clothes. Got everything from baby clothes all the way up to adults. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot of things that we're doing. And we have a lot of organizations that reach out to work with us, or we reach out to them, and we try to provide the space, people, whatever it might be to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to make a whole list to kind of go down through everything we do and everything we've done.
I mean, that's amazing. Like everything that you just mentioned, I don't think, honestly, half of that I realized that you did.
Same, dude. Same.
Because we're familiar with the Well Food Pantry
Mm-hmm.
and the food drives and stuff that we do with you guys. And then, of course, the 21 Turkey Salute, the AANNA meetings here I'm aware of just because a lot of my friends actually come here. And then I was just trying to think of
We
the
got
clothing.
the breakfast too. I didn't say the breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Second and fifth Saturday. We do a free community breakfast. Obviously, the clothing room's open. The well opens up so people can get their groceries. If
Wow.
maybe they work during the week, they can't make the hours.
Right.
They can come in and get their groceries down
There you go.
on that Saturday. we do between 100 and 200 meals for the breakfast. Make sure everybody gets what they need there.
What time's the breakfast start?
8 to 9:30.
8 to 9. So
Second and fifth Saturday.
So second and fifth, and then the Wednesday before Thanksgiving next year.
Yep.
You'll have.
Yeah, we'll do a breakfast for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
We got to feed the cooks, feed the
For
volunteers.
real.
Yeah.
I think it'd be wonderful. But I told you got to remind me because I'll forget.
I will.
So,
We will, because we'll have a committee meeting. That's what I
Yeah.
was just thinking. We're gonna start a committee. It's a 21 Turkey Salute committee, so we can organize and figure out and recruit volunteers.
Yeah.
So we can have one on the west end and on the east end, which is going to be phenomenal. So we'll definitely
Absolutely.
start a committee. So anyone that's listening or watching that wants to be a part of that committee or have ideas that they want to bring to the table, by all means, let us know. And we're gonna obviously need twice as much equipment and things like that. So that's
So it seems like next year we're going to jump the record from 23 up to 46.
perhaps.
If we just, go live from both locations and dip them at the same time.
does that
I mean,
count? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Why
it
not?
would.
Yeah.
Well, unless we don't tell you that we're going to do 24 down here,
Oh, yeah.
so then we beat you guys up there.
Oh,
I like
there
it.
you go. Could be.
Dude, we always say competition is healthy sometimes,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Until you're doing them too fast and then it's
Right?
exploding everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
wanna do that.
Yes.
No, but it's really awesome, the impact, man.
Mhm.
Impact. You're talking and you're saying all these things on stuff that you do. And Ty, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, there's so many things that he was rambling on about that I didn't even realize
Right.
happened in here. Like, I knew that this was more than just a place that you congregate for mass.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot more. You guys are more involved in the community than a lot of other places, but I didn't
Mhm.
realize just how much impact you have. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's
awesome.
We kind of
That's
figure
awesome.
we have a couple hundred people in this building every day of the week,
Wow.
and from all different types of services and opportunities. And a big thing for us is we don't want to do transactional ministry, and what we mean by that is it's not we have, you don't, come in, we give, and you leave.
Mhm.
Right? We want to build relationship, and so many of the people that we have as part of our congregation, we recognize this whole community. We serve together. We do this together.
Right.
So there is no like, hey, we're up here, you're down here, and we're here to help you. Like, no, you want to help out, you want to be part of this? Perfect, wonderful, because you're bringing in your gifts, your abilities, your experiences, your wisdom. And, the more and more people we get involved and the more and more people we help build up and include,
Yeah.
the more we're able to do, and the gifts we have and the wisdom that's shared and all that stuff. So
That's fantastic.
yeah, I mean, we
it
got.
really is, man.
I'm trying to think what else we got going on. Like I said, we got the breakfast. We got compassion camp that we started second Saturdays for elementary school kids that can come in, because we had a day camp this past year. We did in partnership with a couple groups, and it was just hopping. And we noticed that providing things for elementary school kids to do, give them a place to be.
Like
So-
after school?
No, well, right. So we got two things going on that are coming up. The compassion camp is right after the breakfast, so it's
Oh.
a Saturday morning, once a month. Right there when we're doing that, and go sell your oil.
Huh?
Go sell your oil. All right, buddy.
In this year it's full over there.
Yeah.
They don't have nobody to pick them up.
Ah,
I
okay.
guess they're gonna go and
Make sure
the
he doesn't
Balkanian cadre is there and get the workers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you get your turkey?
Did you get some turkey?
No,
No?
Get some
You don't like turkey?
I don't like American.
Oh, my. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming down and
I always
enjoying.
come around here.
Yeah, he's always around.
I'm
That's
looking
good.
for a fight.
No, we're not looking for a fight.
Oh,
All right. Well, we're filming something. I'll talk to you later. All right.
all right.
Thank you. Be
Watch your
careful.
step there, okay? Watch your step.
I'm old, but not stupid yet.
Yeah.
I'm older than all of you.
Yep.
71 now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. And one black guy, he wants to box me because he's a
Oh.
boxer.
Oh, yeah?
I say, put your hands like that.
Yeah.
He did it. And then I grabbed his boobs and beat him.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
no.
Oh, my.
I said, hey, you want to try again?
Yeah.
Be careful. Nice
Yep.
to meet you.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Thank you. So the Saturday
What's
mornings.
all about here? What do you guys do here?
We're handing out Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah. You want to get a meal or you good?
No, you guys, you come to pick up your friends.
No, we're doing a little video.
Yeah, we're doing a live podcast here. But yeah, man. So the impact that Pastor Joel has,
Yes,
the
it's
reach
amazing.
that he has, man, it just reaffirms like things happen for a reason.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I feel like, when we were searching 3 years ago on where we were gonna do this,
Yes.
I feel like this happened for a
Yeah,
reason,
it was meant
man.
to be.
You know what I
It
mean?
definitely was meant to be. And at that point in time, I think we were still in search of like who and how and what we could impact the most and where it would benefit, the most.
Absolutely.
And so when we were introduced to Pastor Joel, I think at that point in time, I think we kind of knew that, this was going to be our home,
Mhm.
at least for a while. And it seems to have grown our relationship with him. And as I was just listening to him talk, it's like, there's so much that I could actually learn from him, and how humble
Right.
he is says a lot about his integrity
Yes.
as a person, right?
Absolutely.
Like this dude, not one time when the news camera was here did he go search it out, right? Like I
Right.
went and searched him out because it's like, no. You need to make sure you speak with Pastor Joel, because as humble as he might be, he needs to get recognition by allowing us to facilitate this. I mean,
Right.
the city has allowed us to shut the street down. The fire department came down, put the barricades up. Not one
Right.
time did they ask us if we knew what the hell we were doing with the propane. You know what I mean? I mean, we had 30 propane bottles here,
Yeah.
20 couple pots fired up at one time with hot oil. You know what I mean? It's not like we had 1 to 5. We had at least 24
Yeah.
pots burning at one time.
Right.
The Health and Safety Food Administration came down here. They passed this with flying colors, which was good, not because of his influence, because we're cautious about what we do, and we know what we do. I grew up in a catering business. My dad was here earlier, and so I kind of grew up. There's not much that I can't deep fry, steam, grill, bake, anything like that. So
Right.
with that little bit of background experience and how anal my mom and dad were and how clean their kitchen was, has rubbed off on me immensely. Hence why I don't like crap on my hands.
Right.
I'm really trying not to curse here. and I'm stumbling over my words because I'm trying to choose my words correctly without dropping the F-bomb here.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to jump in here?
Yeah. Come on in, buddy.
I don't know
Come on
where
in.
Pastor Joel, I think, diverted
Yes.
our guest,
He did.
scurried him away. So this is Mike Ippy, our mother trucking DOT. And
That's right.
DOT is
Heck
not
yeah,
the Department
man.
of Transportation. It is actually the director of technology. So Mike, what did you experience here today, bro?
Gratitude. I experienced gratitude today. I experienced what it truly feels like. What it truly feels like to give back.
Yeah.
What it feels like to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Help people out. I've never carved that many turkeys in my life, but I must say it was quite the experience. I mean,
Yeah.
just being able to come out here and give back to the community and be a part of this was just amazing.
Yeah. Well, I definitely got to give you some recognition here. My man drove the whole way here from Jersey to be here today.
Oh, awesome.
He was here early in the morning, so that means that you probably got up pretty early to leave to come here. So I appreciate you, man. The impact that you've had on the team, and making our lives easy. I can't speak enough good about you, man. So thank you very much for everything that you do. It takes a team effort to pull this off, man. Like,
It does. It really
we have a
does.
committee that goes on, behind closed doors, that we start talking about this usually around August, September. Ty, shout him out. I mean, he took excellent notes last year, and he really takes a lot of this burden on, man. He really does. We develop a committee to try to pull that off of him, but my man does such a great job and gets everything handled. But, dude, this takes a team. Execution on the day of, it would be impossible without these volunteers, man.
That's
It
right.
would be impossible. From, Swirly Whirly from Belmont Bean from bringing down the coffee. All the kids that came down from the youth home.
Right.
The members
Advantage
first.
program.
Yeah, the Advantage program.
Yeah.
That's it. And shout out the 3 kids that came onto this. We have a private test feed that we usually go live from when we're remote. Try to test all the mics and everything. And, shout these kids out for hopping in here. I don't know who was more impressed, myself or them. Just, the conversations that they had and the stuff that they're doing. Shout you guys out, man. I appreciate it. And it's just great to see the impact and the hands that this community's in. You know what I mean? It's in some really good hands. There's a lot of people around here that really give a crap about what goes on, man. Not just you. Kudos to you.
No.
But there's a lot of people. But dude, they're lead by example. You know what I mean? They're following your lead, dude.
Lots of amazing organizations that do great stuff, and that's why it's all about partnership.
For real.
Yeah. So, use their strengths, use our strengths, come together and create something new. I was just saying goodbye to the guys, to the kids from the Advantage program, Tavon, the guy who helps lead that, and was saying to them, listen, you guys have ideas, there's things you want to do, you come and talk to me and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality. Is like, these are the kids that, they live here, they know what's going on. And, our youth often have amazing ideas.
Absolutely.
And it's usually adults that get in the way. So, so I said, I'm like, listen, you come, you tell us if you want to try something that's never been tried before, let's do it.
Dude, because the kids know what the kids like.
Yeah.
How easily is it for us to forget as adults what it's like to be a kid? You know what I mean? To live from a kid's point of view. I know I forget that easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get wrapped up in adult life, you kind of forget what that perspective's like being a kid. And things change through generations, and just getting that fresh mind and those fresh ideas of a child, especially a child that wants to give back as much as these kids do. Like, dude, that's rare. That's rare to find, and I feel like you should run with that. When you have a kid that wants to be a part of that kind of stuff, you should run with it.
And not for nothing, to even have the insight as a leader to go to the youth and find out what's going on and figure out a way to better the community and then bring everybody together. I mean, that's incredible. It's amazing. That's what a leader does, right? A leader brings together a group of people that can cohesively work together.
Yeah, with common interests, and yes, absolutely. So I got to ask you, Pastor, if when this whole thing on the east side kicks off, are you going to have to find someone that does your thing here and there, and then you just kind of manage both places? Is that what's going to happen?
We'll figure it out. I mean, partly it's going to be who's the pastor going to be, what gifts do they have, so how are we going to complement each other, and what areas of strength do we have, and we'll kind of divide and conquer by that point. I mean, I will be the lead pastor as I am now, and kind of oversee, in a sense, everything, but along with our board and everybody else. It's not just me. And my guess is I'll probably still stay kind of on this side for the most part in terms of the everyday stuff. But yeah, I mean, the vision is this is not two separate congregations.
Right.
It's one congregation with two locations, right? And, so we're all in this together. It's not one or the other. It's both. And so there's going to be things that are better done here, things better done there, or things like this next year. It's great to be done in both places, right? So we'll get it on both sides of town. And, and there's opportunities, and there's programs, and there's organizations over there that do some of the stuff that we do out of here. So we're not going to just duplicate. So we'll find out what's needed over there, and, support what's out there already. And really just, what you said about the youth is also important. And a lot of people kind of skip this step, right? There's a lot of people who I want to help somehow, right? That's what they say. I want to help. I want to give back or do that. So I'm going to decide what those people need, and I'm going to show up and give it to them, whether they need it or not. Or they have any clue what they're doing. And there's actually a lot of damage can be done that way. Right. And it's important, and a big piece of what I've done and what this congregation has done is, and again, like I said, that's why we talk with our neighbors. That's why we interact. That's why we participate. That's why we have conversations, because we want to be part of the neighborhood and not like thinking, oh, we're better or something else. And we're just going to hand top down and just tell you what you want. And so a lot of the best stuff comes from the community. Just, we're here. I always tell everybody, like I told the youth, you have an idea, you want to try something, and it fits kind of our mission and what we're trying to do, we'll try to make it happen.
I think that kind of like brings us to the whole point of Thanksgiving, right? Community, gratitude, coming together, helping each other out. I mean, it's what it's all about.
Yeah, it really is, man. And like these types of things, our team lives on the high of this for 2-3 months after this, man. You know what I mean? Because it's, I'll never forget the day that we did the Christmas Addicts roof, and it just so happened to be the day that they were doing the food drive. And
Nice.
to see all the representatives from all the families come out, like, dude, that changed my life, man. Like, I never, like, obviously you understand that there's poverty, there's people that don't have the same things that you have, but like, dude, it's not in your face every day. You know what I mean? And at least for me, it wasn't ever really in my face. I didn't grow up with a golden spoon, but I never wanted for anything. You know what I mean? So like sometimes it's hard to live in those people's shoes and understand and like really understand what's going on. And like, dude, that day was so eye-opening to me. And now when we come around and we do these things, it's like, you know, it feels good, man. It feels good. And, you know, last year it was my girl Britt. It was her first experience. And, you know, her and her daughter cried the whole way home. You know what I mean? Because, like, there's children that are coming here that, like, you know, Kennedy overheard one of the children say, like, you know, where are we going to go to sleep tonight? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, like, that's real, bro. Yeah. That's real. So, like, to be able to come together as a community, put all the differences aside, you know, all the color, all the political division, all the whatever that goes on in the community these days, like to put all that kind of stuff aside and get a group of people on both sides of the fence that want to help out. And, you know, we'll come and sit together at these tables and, you know, just eat and be happy, man. Like it means a lot. And like you said, Mike, that's Thanksgiving.
It really is. You know, it's funny, right? Because people get so divided on a macro level, on a national level.
Right.
But we're worried about our microcosm that we have here.
Right.
Our community, the community that we live in, that we're a part of, that we contribute to, that people rely on people like us to help out and be a part of this. And that's what we do. That's what we do it for.
Yeah.
We do it for the people that need us.
Yeah.
Because we've been blessed, you know?
It takes a village, man.
It does. We can only keep what we have by giving it back away.
Absolutely.
You know, at one point in time, I was in a similar situation. And, you know, I've been blessed to be able to be on the other side of the table now, giving out the food. Yeah. You know, and it's a surreal experience. It really is. It's surreal.
Well, I would tell people, if you want to learn more about how to help, you know, please feel free to reach out. Let me know. I'm sure you guys can help them get connected to me or whatever.
Absolutely.
Go to our, you know, go to our website or our Facebook page or whatever. And because like we were saying, a lot of people just don't understand. And too often the messages you hear are the messages of, you know, oh, they're lazy or they just need to try harder, or get a job and all that stuff. And that's 90% of the time not the reality.
Right.
And, you know, and then there's ways, like I said before, that people think they're helping, but really it's just hurting.
Right.
And so we've done a lot of work, and we try to learn all the time from our, you know, partner organizations of true ways to actually help make a difference.
Right.
And it can be hard. It can be very difficult. It can be depressing. Recognize the amount of gaps and just some situations there really is nothing we can do other than try to help them stay alive.
Right.
But there are things that we can do to do it in a constructive way.
That's right. Right.
And not to do things that actually end up harming the community more than helping.
Right.
So,
and guys,
that's a good point.
You don't have to go ahead and, you know, have a whole block shut down and do a 21 turkey salute. I mean, you know, donating money, helping out with food, clothing, anything that you can donate and provide and give to the needy. All of that helps. All of that adds up, right? So whatever it is that you could do to help those in your community, definitely take the steps to do so.
And I would say definitely contact the organizations that are doing the work.
Yes.
Right.
Don't just leave it.
Right.
You know, one of the worst things that happens is we get boxes or stuff just dumped on our steps, and it's got food and other stuff or clothing they'll just leave lay, and then it gets rained on. And if you just leave food on my steps, we're going to throw it away.
Right. You don't know where it came from.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know how long it's been sitting there.
Right.
It's going to get rained on or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, we have a food pantry. We have a clothing room. We have breakfast. We have every day there's hundreds of people in here. We'll put it to good use. Just call us first or call, you know, your food pantry or other organizations around where you live and ask how you can help donate towards what they're doing. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go tie scarves or coats or mittens to trees, and people are getting like, no, please don't, because they're going to get rained on, they're going to get junky, and then they're going to get thrown away. Right. And, you know, find out where it is that are the people that are doing the work in your community and contact them and take that stuff to them. You know, it's just one of those ways where it ends up hurting more than helping.
Right.
It looks great for your Facebook or Instagram post, but it's not actually doing anything.
What's happening to it after you take that Instagram post?
Yeah, it's ended up my trash cans.
And if you're in the York area, you definitely want to come see Union Lutheran. We've got our pastor here with us. He's the man you want to come talk to if you want to donate your time, food, money, whatever it is. That's it.
Don't slam the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on the table.
I love it though.
Sorry,
but
that's my Italian
that's
coming
just-
out. I can't help it sometimes.
That's just fire and brimstone
It's
preacher
just-
coming out.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Donate now.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed for the team, for what we're able to pull off, man. It amazes me every year. This thing's getting bigger and bigger. We were talking last week. Who knows what this can turn into, man? And when we get like-minded people together, and that all go for the greater cause, and have the same ideas and are working towards the same things, man, you can create some crazy good miracles, man. And that's all that this really is, man. This is a miracle that we pull off every year. And it can't be done without every individual here, man. And the hard work that's done throughout the year. It's not just about today.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the work that's put in all year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We go out there and we bust our butts. All the team, Pastor Joel, it's all the work that you do throughout the year, and that our team does throughout the year that makes things like this possible, man. And I would love at some point in time that when you come into this city, there's a billboard somewhere, or everyone knows that Thanksgiving Eve you come here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It would just be really cool. You know what I mean? It'd be really cool. And I think that we're doing all the right things and working towards that.
Well,
towards
the
that
sky
goal.
is definitely the limit. That's
For sure. For sure.
That's for sure.
I mean, we got a hell of a leader. We got
That's
a hell
right.
of a leader
Well, I
that
want to give you
pulls
guys a
these
lot of
stuff.
credit too. I mean, you keep putting it towards me and towards others, and I appreciate it. But I mean, some of the other stuff TC Backer's done, after the very first one of these, Ty was like, "Man, maybe it was you, Chris. I don't know." But some people were like, "Man, I wish there was other things we could do." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, guess what? There is."
Yeah.
And one of the things I lifted up was, the Well Food Pantry. See it, is food pantries hurt over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody right now wants to come out and volunteer because it's Thanksgiving, and that's wonderful.
Right.
But we need your volunteer hours in January and in June and in March and stuff like that too. And I told you guys that they're always struggling for donations of food over the summer because people just don't think about it.
That's right.
Right.
And I think twice now you guys have done big food drives and money drives, and you brought in literally tons of food and thousands of dollars,
4,000 or 5,000 pounds of food or something
and
like that.
it's really carried the food pantry through the summer, and I know that they're really appreciative for that. And then this past fall, we participated in a program here going around the city of September in Pennsylvania is Diaper Awareness Month.
Right.
And it's not only for babies; it's incontinence things for seniors and things like that. And one of it's something we hand a lot out in the homeless community is diapers and feminine products and things like that. I mean, you think about it, you're homeless,
Socks is another big
socks,
one.
socks we
underwear.
have. Here,
Socks you have?
Socks we have. If you want to donate something, underwear.
Underwear. You hear that here, guys? Underwear.
Socks you can get a lot of. There's a lot of
Okay.
places that donate it because it used to be one of the biggest needs of every place was
Right.
socks.
Right.
And then everybody got on board, and that's wonderful.
And everybody's got socks.
But now we need underwear, right?
Yeah.
Underwear, men's clothing. We have our clothing room. We got baby stuff, kid stuff, a lot of women's stuff, but men's clothing because guys, we usually wear our clothes out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you have something you can donate, men's wise, that we're always running low on men's stuff. But anyway, you distracted again. You guys did that big. You did that big. You did the big food drive, and then, like I said, this diaper thing. We were part of a number of different organizations in town that were raising it for a number of different organizations to be able to distribute diapers. WIC, YWCA, the Access Shelter, the Well Food Pantry, because, like I said, they have a baby room and stuff. And so I reached out to Ty. I said, "Hey, they're doing a drive. You're always looking for ways to give back.
Yeah.
Reach out to all your contacts, everybody and say, hey, can you donate some diapers?" You guys came rolling in with a truck with 20,000 diapers. There's still some. I mean, and
Pastor, you should have known better by now.
I know. No, that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. I wasn't going to give it back.
Awesome.
Go big or go home,
Dude,
right?
big or go
listen,
home.
you're going to keep getting that support, dude, because like I said earlier, we were looking for a way that we can make an impact, actually see the needle move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we found you. We kind of found each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I told Ty when you walked away, I feel like that was fate that happened, that we discovered each other when we couldn't find anyone else to let us do
That
this.
still blows my mind. But yeah.
But dude, you do the things for the right reasons. You know what I mean? You're not out here looking for credit or anything like that. You're out here making an impact for the right reasons. And we're going to continue to support you no matter what. no matter what.
That was absolutely amazing with the diapers. I mean, one of the things people don't realize, you can buy some stuff with food stamps, right? And people have been there's been an increase in food stamps, which is actually good. And maybe, actually see some areas that there's not as big of a need for hunger, which is wonderful. I'd rather not have children going hungry, and things like that. But you can't buy personal care items. You can't buy diapers with food stamps. And so there are some things that, if that's your only really source of income, you can't get it. And so, that's, there's a number of these personal care items we could always use, your deodorants, your body wipes, your toothpaste, and, toothbrushes. And
the things people don't think about.
No, the stuff that you just go home and get, or you pick up at the store when you're out. And these are things that they can't get and have access to.
Right.
And, so we try to make that stuff available, and there's always a need for it. So,
to quote Eminem, these food stamps don't buy diapers.
Exactly. Right. See, the great wise Eminem.
And dude, like those are the things that you don't think about every day, man. Like if it's not in your face, it's hard. It's hard to think of that. Leave that to the Jersey boy, man. Leave that to the Jersey boy, to quote Eminem on our podcast. I love it, though. I love it. It's it's great, man. It's great to see all the community and everyone just pitching in to help, man. We still got food down here, guys. If there's anyone out there watching that wants to come down and grab a plate, I don't care your situation. You don't have to be bad off or anything. Just come down and say hi.
It's about community.
Check us out and get a plate, man. We got plenty of food going around. We deep fried 76 turkeys today. So 76 with the average of 17 pounds a piece. Let's see how many pounds that is.
How many pounds we got?
1,292 pounds of turkey.
You couldn't get 1,300?
Yeah, come on. We got to do better next time.
I mean, there was a couple 18ers in there.
Oh, okay, all right. So maybe we got there.
There's 220s.
220s. All right, we beat it. We got it.
So, all right. I mean, you throw in the mashed potatoes and the stuffing. I mean, we're probably close to 2,000 pounds of food that was handed out today. So shout out to all the volunteers, not just the TC Backer workers, but the youth program and the family members.
That's right.
Shout you guys out for not just today, but for dealing with the long hours every day of the week throughout the rest of the year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we all work a lot of hours, man. We all put a lot of time in, and
come on, Jason.
And that's not just us putting those hours in. That's the wives at home taking care of the kids.
Right.
That's the kids, being understanding for dad maybe miss a game, or maybe may not be there to get you off the bus every day, or whatever that is. This man right here sacrifices a lot, and leads by example.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's super easy to follow and do these kinds of things when you got a leader like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, and when he communicates what his goals are. So when you have a leader that can communicate what the goals are and help you reach those goals, now you've got a solution to a problem.
Yeah. And shout him out for letting us make mistakes too, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's not talked about a whole lot either.
Right.
He allows us to make mistakes. He's not over there. They call that decentralized command. If you've ever read the Extreme Ownership book by Jocko, they call that decentralized command. By spreading your message and allowing your team to make mistakes, make calls and make mistakes. He's developing a lot of leaders, man. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. We're nowhere close to being done, but it's a good man.
And shout out to the family members, too. Seriously, at TC Backer, our family members, those of us that don't really work for TC Backer, you guys still work for TC Backer.
For sure.
And we appreciate
they co-sign all of our bullcrap.
Yeah.
All the time.
We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, that's for sure.
All the time. My girl's standing here watching me right now, and she has this, thing about raw meat. Like, she does not like the raw meat, but she was the first one to hop in the car with me on Monday to go stick her arm up a turkey's butt.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's support.
Absolutely, dude.
That's support.
Absolutely.
You just got to rip off the Band-Aid and stick it in.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Go for it.
It's not just the people that get a paycheck from TC Backer. Yeah. It's our family members that put up with the long hours. No questions asked. I mean, Vic's over there shaking his head. His better half standing right behind there supports everything that he does.
Shout out Tina. Tina's always there. Tina's always helping out.
Jana.
Jana. Oh my God. Yeah.
The real boss behind the scenes.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to her, man.
Keeping it all from falling
coming
apart.
up in here to relieve me, Pat? I'm not looking at that. You got to get better.
But again, you know,
Tyler just tripped up the stairs. Wasn't
you all right, Ty?
No,
Stairs are hard. It's okay.
It's all right. You learn it.
But
yeah,
again,
man,
it's great, dude, and it really does take a village, especially amongst TC backer, man. It takes a village to pull these kinds of things off and co-sign the crazy ideas that we come up with.
Well, that's what I was going to say, dude. I mean, the fact that we have other sponsors and other vendors and other companies that are within the area now stepping up and providing and helping out, that's exactly what we want this to be about. I mean, we want the community to come together. We want this to grow as much as possible and help as many people as possible.
Right. Yeah. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Pastor, do you have any words for the viewers for tomorrow for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, you know, enjoy your time. Enjoy your time with each other as best you can. I know it's not always easy with family, but enjoy your time together. Be thankful for what you have, and you know, just recognize there's so much that we have that we're able to do that we don't always give thanks for. And
For real.
you know, like we were saying earlier about some of the things that maybe for some of us you don't even really give it two thoughts, right? You just go and you get what you need,
Right.
and you have what you have, and just recognize, you know, what we have is something that we're able to share.
Yeah.
And you know, there's not everybody has a lot, but there is something we can do. You know, may not have a lot of money to donate, but you might be able to donate time.
Right.
Absolutely.
You might be able to donate a skill that you have,
Absolutely.
an ability that you have that would help someone out too.
Absolutely.
And you know, so as we're giving thanks, as we're celebrating, you know, whatever way we're doing it, just to recognize there's people out there who, you know, don't have the same opportunities, but at the same time they're human beings, and they have a lot to benefit and to give too. And that's, you know, I think that's another really important thing to recognize is you know, the way our culture kind of really defines success is by money and power.
Right.
True.
And
Very true.
we often want to say, well, if you don't have this, you must not be a good person. And as I said before, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, people have their own experience. You know, I always tell people, you know, you talk about pie. It's Thanksgiving, right? I'll do pie. I usually do pizza, but we'll do pie. You know, if you're only in your lane, in a sense, like I grew up here, I've only been around these people, seen these types of people, listened to this, all that. You know, you only get a sliver of what this world has to offer.
True.
You only get a sliver of, you know, as I would tell people, you know, of what God's creation is. And it's not until we start bringing in people from different life styles, different life experiences, whatever, that we start to see the full pie.
Right.
And if we're only around people like us, we're never going to see it.
That's right. I mean, that's one of the best parts about America, I think, is that we are a melting pot, especially
For real.
being in Jersey and originally from New York. Like, we were so used to other communities being surrounded by, you know, everybody else. Everybody kind of came together, and different cuisine, different ideas, different groups, and it's what
Celebrate
makes
it.
it great. Yeah, enjoy it,
celebrate
celebrate it, and come together as a community. And that's exactly what we did here today, and we plan on doing next year and the year after that until we continue to grow and take this nationwide.
Yeah. Dude, that would be great, man. That would be great. I mean, listen, man, Roofers in Recovery have a Roofers in Recovery Day.
That's
where
right.
All the roofing contractors around the country will they go on the same day and they donate a roof. And all the money that goes towards that roof, like what you would normally take as a profit after you pay your supplier, your guys, and all that, all that profit they donate to Roofers in Recovery, because they, you know, all that money then sends somebody for help.
Yeah.
But you know, if we could get something like this around the country, you know, at least maybe in our industry, you know, any of you guys out there, you know, that are in our community, in our industry, man, challenging you.
Well, and you guys can help give them.
Dude, absolutely.
Give them the information that
Absolutely.
you've learned, trial and error.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Kind of here's what works best. And
you want to talk about something that's great for your culture, that's great for your internal culture.
Yeah.
Have your team and their family go and hand dinners out, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, dude, it's great for the culture, and it just makes you feel good, dude.
It does.
It makes you feel good.
I mean, you know that you're a part of the solution at that point, right? So if we could bring more people in our industry to come together and do this all across the country, whether that be from PA or California down
Talk
to
about
Texas,
an impact.
let's talk about it, because that's an impact. And if we could do it already with Roofers in Recovery, shout out Eric O., then we could definitely do it with our turkey salute.
Absolutely.
As long as we got much more pastors like you to help us out.
You let me know. I'll find you the right people.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Put us in touch with someone in California.
I'll get you. Yep, we got people around the country, so we'll get that connected.
But once again, man, Pastor Joel, thank you for letting us do this here.
Thank you.
We're gonna wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for your support, your year-round support, man. We're coming up on 3-year anniversary of Behind the Tool Belt. None of this stuff is possible without you guys watching every week, sharing this stuff out. If you guys have not done so, hop over to the Behind the Tool Belt YouTube page. Make sure you give that a subscription. Make sure you guys hop over to the Union Lutheran Facebook page. See all the events that they have going on. They're constantly posting all the help that you can do there. It's a good point of contact to have too if you're one of those people that just randomly wants to go donate. Right. I mean, you guys heard Pastor Joel earlier. You can do damage if you're not doing it the right way. Right. So always reach out to whatever program you want to do that with, and make sure you have all the details the way you're not causing more harm than good. So we appreciate you guys. Mike, thanks for hopping on, filling in.
Always.
And we will see you guys next Wednesday, back at normal time, 7 p.m. for episode 153. Everyone have a good holiday. We love you guys. Be safe, and we'll see you guys next week.